Welcome back to Hollywood, everybody. We are back on our Hollywood Animal playthrough, the stuff that dreams are made of. And we have been achieving those dreams really, really well on this studio. We are in March of 1944. We just had a massive Pollux Award winning season, and we are now getting ready to start our factory run and see if we can add to it with the boutiques that are already complete and the behemoth. So can we get this factory? We do have our assembly line up and being built. We'll see how that goes. That means our advertising campaigns will pick up steam more quickly and we can get those films out faster. Gain an advantage when signing 10-year contracts. Not a problem right now because we only have about 5 years, 4.5 or so years left. And during demanding shoots, a commercial rating 5 to 7, the crew's happiness and loyalty will increase. So that's not going to be something we're going to really do. But we have to meet 3 demands in a row, and you can purchase new story elements to meet demands. I'm not real sure what the demands mean, so we'll kind of explore that and find out as we go. Mrs. Miniver is ready to go into release. We've got currently the Beyond, which is having a really, really good run so far. And the Oxbow incident that started off with 2 very good weeks. We've got Glass Ceiling up next, followed by We Almost Humans. They died with their boots on, and our reinterpretation, like remake with of Heat. For Whom the Bell Tolls, The Town with No Name. We've got lots of movies on the run here going. We do have our Dunwich horror film that is ready and get going with Wendy Carpenter leading the way, no less. And we'll see how that does. Hopefully she doesn't sink it. We want her to do well. So we've got everybody working on scripts or doing something. Mr. Holt here, actually Mr. Hill might be the guy we end up going with, but we need to start making some new elements potentially soon as well. So let's get going and see how things are going. Catherine, wow, wanting a big raise, but I guess she deserves it. Let's keep holding those banquets. We are 9 days away from getting an even larger banquet. But we're going to have another banquet before we do that. So we will do 5 years. I don't know that we need all 5. I don't see why not. All right, let's keep this thing going. Mrs. Miniver, let's go ahead and get you running. Solid 8s after post. And now we have Florence going up yet again. We've maxed out the speed, maxed out her speed up as far as cash goes. So we could use influence to speed up those researches now as well, which that's exciting that she is just ready to go. Mrs. Miniver. Could be a good 4th of July one. Let's put it here instead. I mean, we only have 27,000 theaters there. I think that'll be okay. Let's do 25,000, just in case one of these is still going. Now we do get... Oh, wow. That increases really fast, doesn't it? All right. So just bam, that's all we need. So that means we don't have to spend as much money because we don't have to let the campaigns run quite as long. But does that mean they trickle off faster too? That could be. Let's try a trick up here. Let's do help a drunkard. Roger. How about that? He'll actually do it for us. Hopefully it works. And it's time to get We're on the Mend going. Oh, this is one of our weaker ones. It's not going to be good. But we'll see what we can pull out of the hat here. This will be good for one of our lower editors and stuff to get some experience. So we will give it to our lowest one that has Susie Holmes. 10-star potential, and Cornelius will go ahead and go with you. Oh, wait, that's right. We can do amazing now. Fantastic. We'll pay the money for it. That could help us. I forgot we have that with the behemoth now. That's going to be great news. No new story element from Jesse. Jesse, you are disappointing. Let's see. What else could we maybe try to put him on? A sci-fi World War II Pacific cowboy one. Huh. Or romance Victorian England spirited young lady. That seems like that could be something. Oh, wait. He can do sci-fi, though. Let's do the retired legend sci-fi. Fantasy Kingdom. Let's let him write a script. Get him up to that 4 stars before we send him out there to do some more research. I'm excited to get Donald Gallagher back whenever that might be. It should be fairly soon, I would imagine. We have our new script, Operetta. What did we have on this one? The jousting tournament, detective in the Middle Ages. Turned out okay. Solid 6s. But Felix can work magic with a lot. It's got the undead in it. Interesting. That's an interesting take, Mr. Hill. Let's see what we can do with this one. This is a good one for one of our lower, some of our lower elements. Well, let's just film everything on location since that's what this man prefers. Everything looks like it's fresh as well, so that's good news. We will let all of our lower ones kind of take a shot at this one. Mr. Hughes, or we'll let Coleman because he's got the more upside. Our spirited young lady. We need somebody young. Jane Sanders can do that one. Or Gloria Reese. Or Carol Quinn, but this is a little under her, so Jane Sanders will be a good one. Our undead. Let's give that. Where is... Let's just let Edwin Murray do this one. Get him a little bit of experience as well. So it will be a lesser film. That's okay. Glass ceiling's ready to go. Jane Fisher in another starring role. The Beyond is done. Made over $8.5 million in profit for us. $10 million at the box office. Well done. And the Oxbow incident is almost up to $8 million in profit. We can let that one run a little bit longer. Might as well just let it go at this max, but we'll pull back just a little bit. We don't need it in that many screens. We'll spend the $332,000 on the ads. May not recoup much of it, but we'll find out. Glass ceiling, what will Jane do? Cornelius loved it, 4 stars. Of course, the Bone Grinder doesn't like it. Jeanette Foley, 3 stars. Give us some more 4s. Oh, 2. It's going. There we go. Back to 4. We have an interesting appeal on this one. But it might be one that we give Jane a run at a Pollux with. It does have several rotten elements in it. Ooh, we can have our grand banquet. Excellent. We don't need the corporate party. We could do the wardrobe. That's going to take a little while. We could try some illegal gifts. Can we persuade? Just to experiment a little bit. Oh, it only takes $10,000? Well, yeah, let's... Oh, wow. So we have heroin, methamphetamines, cocaine, pilgrim-style hunt. Okay. Safari, monkey brains, a spicy film strip, human flesh, and time with a... Whoa! Those are some crazy stuff. We're not going to actually go into that route, I don't think. We'll go with... How about we just go with a penthouse instead? Or give them an assistant. I'm sure they would love an assistant. It's going to take a while, though. Everything we have left is going to take a little bit. Yeah, we'll go with the assistant. All our stars would love that. We need to have somebody who's a little bit better than Mr. Cora cannon there. Not our best. What else do we have out here that we can produce? Sahara, our World War II one. Let's get that one, our World War II Africa one out there. Timothy can go after this one. We will give him a stage. Anything that is 4 stars, we will shoot on the stage. Otherwise, it's going to be all on location. We still can't do city streets. Baffling. At least we can by going on location. But, I mean, we should have been able to do that before because everything is, we'll go at the Paul because we're in L.A. Just walk outside, see all those. Sherman Matthews has 7 days left. Let's wait and just renew his contract one last time. So we'll give this one to Craig. Our first soldier is going to be Coleman Gross. Soldier 2 will be, let's get somebody younger, Ray Patterson. The third one's going to be another younger one with Russell Rice getting a shot. Our mentor will be a little older, Roscoe Ford. With the worried wife is Jane of it. Jane is not available. This is too small of a part for Carol. Let's go with Vivian. All right, we are churning things out. So what does this successfully meet 3 demands in a row? Doesn't really tell us. But we haven't done any of them. Okay. Maybe that's after the assembly line gets built. Add nudity to the code. No, we just got to take it out. We're going to try to dismantle this code every little chance we get. We'll do 1,000. It seems to be enough. Let's find out. Will it stay enough? Gerstein's the big one. Oh, okay, good deal. Haha. Treasure of Sierra Madre is ready at 8s. We're going to shelve it just for a moment. Because we need to get some of our big actors and stuff ready. We'll get that ready. But let's get to work on 2 scripts before we get doing that. So our first one's going to be the one that I believe won Best Picture out of 1944. And that is Going My Way. So Going My Way was directed by Leo McCarvey. Starred Bing Crosby. It was a musical comedy drama. I would love to see musical become one of the genres because especially we've had several where music's such a big part, like Bing Crosby, Fred Astaire. We had Holiday Inn. There's been others that were very much one. There'll be things like The Sound of Music coming up. That would be nice to get some of that. So we're just going to do 50-50 on this one. And we're going to go to a modern American city. I want to say it takes place in St. Louis. He's a priest that's helping the boys save a church. We don't have a priest. Is there like a do-gooder? Simple man. We'll just do that. He's a simple man. We'll go with that. He's trying to say, I don't know that there was really somebody, but I feel like Heartless Bureaucrat would go well there. He does have a love interest. Of course, we've beaten that one to death. So we could do Worried Wife again. He's not married, though. There is like a former... We're going to do it anyways. There is a former girlfriend that helps him with this. Where is... Oh, well, tell you what. Let's make her a sidekick because she's not really a love interest anymore. We'll have a female sidekick. We don't have like a group of a choir to do. Okay, so we're going to have... What would work? They got to raise money. They got to just do stuff like that. We'll say he came from a small town church. I don't think he did. I think he came from Detroit or something like that. we will do no, that's not the type of rescue mission we want. We could do a struggle for a better life. Let's get some highbrow humor in here. And we'll say there was no unrequited love. That's good enough. The protagonist is going to come out good here. People are going to love it. He's not going to retire. Well, he could retire. Let's say he retires. I think he went on to another church, but we'll just say he decides to call it quits after this one. Let's give it to Wilson. Nope, let's give it to Felix because we don't have the romance in this one. And the next script we're going to get started on is going to be Gaslight. So Gaslight was a George Coker film. Charles Boyer, Ingrid Bergman was in this one. She won Best Actress for it. Angela Lansbury also, a young Angela Lansbury also showed up in this one, and it was a murdered opera singer. This opera singer was murdered, but it was like a con, and then like her niece or daughter or something takes her place, and then there's a con going on trying to find the jewels of the murdered opera singer, where the guy gets married to the niece or the daughter, and it turns out that he's actually the one who married the opera singer, and he was just trying to dupe her to be able to get those jewels, but she ends up finding out and getting him thrown away. So we've got a little bit of romance, drama for sure, a bit of a detective aspect to it. We'll say a little bit of a thriller as well. And we'll go with that. This happened in Europe, I believe. So we'll go with a modern, ambitious woman, maybe? Or is she a hopeless romantic? Spirited young lady, potentially. We're going to call her a hopeless romantic. The antagonist is going to be a murderer. We are going to have a mentor, which will be like her mother or aunt. We're going to have a sheriff maybe show up. Key witness, first victim. We'll do the first victim. Let's have the mentor. We'll put both as women. We'll have a little bit of leeway there. We're going to have a betrayal. Well, actually, we'll just do the first victim instead of the mentor. That works even better. A final showdown, maybe? Protagonist, close one, does die. Let's see. Heroes in uniform do show up eventually. Crime of necessity, I don't think so. Bank robbery, no. Adultery, no. We'll go with that. Again, we're not necessarily on all of these. We're not going to force it if we don't need to, just to have a bunch of them. We're going to have plenty of great films, so we can, with our, oh, wait, go back. We forgot to have a conclusion. That would have been bad. The antagonist does get punished. So it won't be like it will also mean with fewer elements that we get the script written faster, which is not a negative thing. That can turn out good for us. Excited to see the assembly line finish so we can explore what that means. 5 years, lock him into our contract. And he'll be good to go through Act 1. So this is the last contract all of these guys are signing. We're not going to worry too much about offering stuff because we are still raking in plenty of money. We're going to be throwing even bigger banquets soon. All is well. Look at all these films we've got going. That's crazy. And speaking of which, Air of Action is done. 8 5s. Pearl gets up to 5 stars. Russell is ready to go out there again. I was looking for him earlier for a job. All right, let's give this to Eugene and Leon. Now that we can pay for an amazing Do the Behemoth, that's going to help us keep this quality up even more as well. We are working on sequels. Unfortunately, we're not going to get there real quick. It's going to take a little bit. But We Almost Humans, starring Rita Gill. She gets a star turn here. Just rated a B. Poor Rita. No respect for her. Who do we have? Jesse Holt is up to 4 stars after getting one of his films actually made, and it turned out pretty decent. I mean, in the 5s is not too shabby. Okay, we got the luxurious banquet. Let's try holding a grand banquet. $1 million, but it gets us finally a defiantly excessive and unimaginably expensive event, combining the classic with the exotic. The menu features dishes from across the globe, and the guests will be entertained by first-rate artists. We already have a lot of cash, so let's go for it. Gets us $750. I don't think we need to do that every time. That seems a little excessive. Shootout's fresh now. Let's place in a box and give a bribe. It failed again. Now, last time they didn't show up. It said they would begin immediately last time, too, and they did not. Bull nostrils. That sounds interesting. Christopher Hill coming up with that one. Our horror, sci-fi, utopian, futuristic serial killer. Let's give it a shot. It's something different. And this will be a good one for our younger guys, inexperienced, to get a shot at. Wait, can we do futuristic? So we could get futuristic exterior as well. Where are we going to go for that on location? Let's make everything as good as we can. And again, Joe Tanner's going to get this one, the 21-year-old prodigy. Let's give the directorial job to Fred Johnson. I like that he has the experience or the unchecked potential. We will let Pearl Cummings become the adventurer here, while the serial killer will be Will Hill. I feel like that's a dynamic duo. Look at that. Age-wise, that could be a romantic duo down the road. Here comes the police. Do not beat up any of our actors, please. Let's see what it entails. What'd they find? No violations. That's right. Uh-oh. Technical support office, but they didn't have a court order, so the manager refused. They used crowbars, smash up the rest of the office for good. Oh! Jerks. And slurping coffee so disgustingly during the search that Anthony Sweeney couldn't stand it anymore. Drink it out of a sock. Ugh. Well, they didn't find anything, so joke's on them. What do we have going on here? Casablanca. Jesse Leonard yelled at the costume designer in front of the whole crew because his trousers don't fit right. He is a perfectionist who's also a misogynist. Poor lady. You just decreased everybody's happiness at the very end of the shoot. Thanks a lot, Jesse. All right, let's see how Lusitania turned out. Nines. Fantastic. See, we still have all these big movies going. We can have some of those smaller movies hitting instead. We need to send what best ones we have left out here. And again, this is where the amazing quality should help us out. Oh, let's see what we have here. For Whom the Bell Tolls, starting out at 9s. Let's get this into production. Okay, glass ceiling, not our best. It's making decent money. We're just going to pull this back to 10,000. We're not going to advertise anymore where there's no reason to spend the money on it. The Oxbow incident, still making more money. It's going to end its run here, though, at $8.5 million in profit. Stephen Holt can now do drama as well as Brothers in Arms. Let's perform an analytics on it. We haven't done that yet. Let's see if anything's changed on this update from the last time I did it. We Almost Humans. We're on the mend. 4-6 and 3-1. Oh boy. This is a dumping ground one. It's not our 4th of July opener, that's for sure. Let's just put it here. Three weeks. We have the advertising boost, so we can just throw this out there right now. There we go. Boys and Young Men. Girls and Men are second. So Velvet Gloss maybe? We're not going to spend any tricks on this one. It's not going to be a big hit. We know that, and that's okay. 52 days away from getting our assembly line up and running. Ooh, he's expensive. Not as expensive as some of them, though. All right, Casablanca. Ready to go. Still solid 9s despite the little hiccup at the end of the shoot. And Peter Harris is now 7 stars. Good to see him finally getting a chance to grow. He's been with us from the beginning. Love seeing those guys do it. Unfortunately, we do have people who are not going to be able to keep up with the quality of what is needed here. Is there a better one out here that's not insanely expensive? Apparently not. Let's just hire Bobby. We can spend the money on it. That way we'll at least get the musical score up there. We're going to put Christopher out there trying to find supporting characters on one of these. Star Surf, Portrait of Courage, be good. 7.5 and 7.8. Not the worst. I was hoping Harlan would get a better one. Let's go ahead and get this into production. We need to get this out there to honor the man. We're going to put some of our best out there. Man, he's not got bonuses for being so good. That's interesting. Everything on location. And we will put Raymond on this one. Leon, drama, adventure. It's got the drama. It's got the romance. Yeah, Leon's going to be our guy. Or, yeah, nobody else has the stuff. Who is going to be playing Harlan? Is it Ernest Lane or Let's... Ooh, it's got to be Ernest Lane. He's established as a lovable rogue. With our brothers in arms, who would be Cornelius Porter because he's established there. With our worried wife being... Do we have anybody already established? Bessie Patterson. There we go. We're putting some stars into this one for you, Harlan. We miss you. Okay, we have a lot of stuff going on at the moment. They died with their boots on is ready to go. We might go ahead and get another one started, another film here. Solid B rating. 3 stars all across the board for the most part. Until we, of course, we get to the bone grinder, who hates it as usual. We do need to go back to the Alliance. Oh, okay, so here's our audience analysis. I mean, as of now, I don't think that really does much for us. Other than strengths and weaknesses. Yeah. Let's just have a little insight, but when we're at such like a juggernaut level at the moment that I don't think that's as critical for us at the moment. All right, what can we get going? Anything in which we serve? Bernard Lawson, get another World War II one out there. Or we could just go way down here and do the Straw Golem, which has, yeah, we'll do this one. Oh, we can only have 5 films in pre-production at a time. Interesting. The producer's office needs to be repaired. All right. 10,000. Not going to put anything else into this one, but it's made money. All right, let's see. We do need to repair this thing. Won't be able to hire new producers. That's okay. We don't need new producers. Town with no name. Big jump. Wow, our pre-production team worked wonders on this one. Now we can get started on another film, and it will be The Straw Golem. This will be one of our lower ones, Howard Hodges. He likes to shoot on location, so let's just let him shoot on location. All right. Produced by Joe Tanner. And we will let Mr. Hughes get this one. Our retired legend. It's going to be Thelma. With the corrupt official. Glenn. Yeah, we will give this to Glenn Parker. Second tier movie for him, B movie. Let them have that one. So we have 3 in post, 5 currently being shot, 5 in pre. We need to just keep them going. So we got the 750 influence. Glass ceiling. Almost $5 million in profit. Not bad. Jane Fisher can be an ambitious woman now. But we all know she has been the whole time. All right. Let's remove another story element from the code. I think we've got... we've got to get our bunny out of there. 2 more to dismantle this code completely. Things are going very nicely for us. Gaslight. Solid 6s. All right. Shelve it for the moment because we can't do any more at now. And we will put our guys back on another script, and this is going to come from one of the requested ones that you guys have had. So this one is going to involve a little horror, thriller, drama. We've got a serial killer detective. What are we going to call this one? Let's call this one Mysterious Lies. We're going to have a little bit of horror, thriller, drama, and a little bit of action. There we go. Setting is as chosen. We're going to go, let's go to Europe. Or, yeah, let's go to Europe. Dystopian futuristic city, maybe. Okay, we need to have a protagonist, so we are going to go with the detective. We will have a serial killer with a key witness, first victim. We're going to make the witness be female. We're going to have a mentor. And, ooh, it could be really good. Let's have a female serial killer. A little darker. Little twist than what they're used to seeing in the 40s. We'll have a curse. There's a fragmented narrative. Search for a killer. Where is our search for a killer? There it is. And we only have one more left, so we can't do the surviving war. So the antagonist on this one is going to repent. Interesting. That's going to be Bernard. He's won 6 Polluxes. Turn this into another one. Coleman Casey, we're on the mend. This is our little short one. We'll see how well it does. We haven't had these in like over a decade. Wow. It's not going to be good at all. Just get us a little bit of money. Make us something. We're going to do the 1,000. Should beat them up on this one. And then we'll do our... Oh, we only got by 17. That was a slim margin. Whoa. Did not expect it to be that narrow. Let's hold another banquet. We're not going to do that one. We don't need to at this moment. Let's get some of these ready to go at the speed of light. Is this going to be our 4th of July opener? Apparently not. Jane Fisher again. We have been getting her in all sorts of films. We will give this one to Emma and Lewis. Oh, They Died with Their Boots On's doing pretty good. 65% still. But we have no theaters left. Ooh. Let's just do 2 more weeks. We really need some of this to get out of post. Even if there's a storm tomorrow, and it ended up being bad. What was this one? Sci-Fi Jousting Tournament Fantasy Kingdom. Sci-Fi Fantasy Kingdom Tank Combat and a Jousting Tournament. Jesse, what are you thinking? We'll see what we do with that one, though. I like your ambition, sir. I like your ambition. Wow. Going my way turned out okay. Good job, Felix. And our protagonist passes the torch. We have ourselves a new story element. Okay, good deal. Now let's take a look here. I could put Felix on a job for 40 days. Let's see if we can. We're going to get Jesse to write his, where was it? Romance Victorian England Spirited Young Lady. That actually makes some sense, Jesse. Get going on that one. And we're going to get started on yet another 1944 movie. And that film will be Curse of the Cat People. Yes, this was a real movie. Apparently it was a sequel. Robert Wise was the director. Simone Simon and Jane Randolph were in this. And it's like a girl who imagines people, like dreams of people transforming into cats. And it was like a horror. It's got to be sci-fi. I mean, they're cats. A little bit of drama. A little bit of thriller. Yeah, we'll do this. I don't know what this is going to turn out to be. Let's put it in a town. Oh, no. We're going to change the setting. We're going to do the countryside. So that way we can have her be a farm girl. We don't use that one ever. And it's going to be a monster. A monster cat. An evil monster. Growl. Yeah. It's going to be weird. We will have, there will definitely be a parent. We'll say it's a strict parent. With the other one being, the mom won't be as strict. There's going to be a first victim. Oops. There we go. There will be a curse. That's the cats. Evil transformation turning into the cats. We're going to have I'm not really sure what happens in this movie a lot. I just know the gist of it. So let's yeah, that's fine. And let's see. I don't even know how it ends. We're going to say antagonist is defeated, but the cats, they're still going to come back. It's never good if we get to do a sequel for it of our own. I don't know what we're going to end up with there. All right, the human comedy is ready to go. Nobody coming out of that one getting better. Let's hopefully have something. We're going to give that to Lorraine and Lee. It may take a little bit of a dip, but I'd rather save our best for some of the other stronger films coming out. And let's see how Heat does. We Almost Humans made money. Almost $3 million. Can't complain. Heat is an A+, 9 out of 9 for both categories. 4 stars. And then the Bone Grinder has to poo on our parade. No one leveled up. That's okay. We're getting better. We're getting better. That one's going to be a huge hit for us. We are almost there to that. Let's get Air of Action. This one's going to be our 4th of July release. 8, 7, and 8, 6. We've got a World War II in the Pacific ready to go. What better time than 4th of July? And we're going to do 40,000. No, we're not, because we don't have 40,000. 30. No. 30. Nope, that's too few. Actually, no, you know what? Let's do 35. We'll just rent out some theater. Oh, we can't rent any theaters because we own them all. Wish we could buy some from some of our competitors. You know they could use our money, because they're not doing anywhere nearly as well. Ramp up the effectiveness. Okay, men and young men, no surprise there. Let's give it a trick. Hospice. Roger, we know you'll do that. Awesome. Sahara, let's put this into action. 9s after pre-production. And it frees us up to crank out yet another film because that's what we're doing now. We're a factory. We're a factory boutique behemoth. And Christopher did not find anything. That's disappointing. Operetta, 7s both. Not too bad. Let's see what we can put out there. We could go for one of these, even if there's a storm. Let's do our tank combat fantasy weird thing going on here. I want to see what this does. Harry, you get a shot at it. You prefer locations, so let's just shoot everything on location. Till we get that level 4 soundstage. I don't see why not. Money's not an option for us at the moment anyways. What will this mess end up being? Alfred with directed by romance sci-fi. Oh, he's got a romance. Lee Zimmerman does. But let's let Nelson do it. He needs the experience. We will not put Jane in this one. She's too good. Let's let Marilyn do this one. With the murderer being Chester Walker. This isn't even a B movie. This is a C movie. This is one of those movies that's going to end up on Mystery Science Theater decades down the road, and they're going to be bashing it, I'm sure. We have our assembly line. Whoa, okay. Our specialists have formulated audience expectations for upcoming releases. By investing a few resources, you can take on one of these demands and promise moviegoers that you'll meet their expectations. Fulfill it to gain increased public attention. Fail, and you undermine their trust, and your reputation will suffer. Ooh, okay. So just Joe Klein in a drama. Or, yeah, we'll just do that. We have 290 days to get Joe Klein in a 65% drama. Do we have Joe Klein in anything at the moment? Why do they want Joe Klein? Where is Joe Klein? Oh, do we have to go hire him? Where's Joe Klein? Wasn't he somewhere around this way? Huh. Well, oh, there he is. Got him. Might as well sign you for the rest of the way. We'll probably end up using you again, Joe. In a 65% drama film. I don't remember which ones are that much. This one has drama and adventure. But I don't know how much is which. I wish there was a way to find out. I guess we'll learn. It's a shame it doesn't show us how much is in that. Jesus, this is definitely going to be one of our lesser films. Clarence will get it. And our warrior will be Mr. Klein. You're the star. With our vampire being someone else who needs experience, so that will be Stephen Holt. He looks like he could pull that off. All right, we'll find out if that's enough. I hope it is. Things are going nicely for us. Mrs. Miniver is ready to go out there soon. Heat is not doing as well. We did 40,000 theaters, though. They Die with Her Boots On, doing okay. We're on the mend. Made money. Let's get Casablanca ready. So now we know the goals that we have to meet for the factory pathway. We just have to be able to pull this thing off. We're going to do 40,000 again. I like the idea of going big. All right. Young. There we go. We will get a trick out there on this one. No, let's do another one. Let's do one over here. No. Peter, a man. We're going to put a lot into Casablanca. And we'll get Lusitania ready to do it soon as well. So we've got Bull Nostrils, Mrs. Miniver. Oh, we should have fired Cora. All right, Mrs. Miniver. We're on the mend. That can go a little... Oh, it's not going to go anywhere that time, though. We'll just do that. All right, let's see how Mrs. Miniver goes. A rating with 4 stars. Well done. And, of course, the Bone Grinder. Let's get us some more 4 stars. Oh, only 2. That's surprising. 4 there from Walter. And Roy likes it as well. Okay. Bull Nostrils. What a title. Let's see. That opens up a spot for another film. Catherine Atkins. Last contract we'll have to sign with the fabulous one. Oh, no. Gary Spencer. 29 years old. Sudden illness. Oh, my goodness. Just out of nowhere. Wow. They Died with Her Boots On. Almost $5 million in profit. It did okay. Let's get Lusitania ready to go. 9 and 8.8. So it should do quite well for us. There's no... Well, that's the only one that has ship on it, so we'll put that one in there. This was our kind of ode to Titanic. It's going to need this many. We're going a couple big tent poles over the summer here. Oh, we don't need that. There we go. All right. Young men and women will like this one. Go to an orphanage, Cornelius. Of course not. Julia will. All right, so Lusitania's going. We've got room to go then. Got our banquet. Do it again. Julia, your last contract. You are rather inexpensive as well. We've had some massive ones, and some of our best talent is not demanding all that much. Surprisingly so. All right, we're going to get the Dunwich Horror here going. Wow, look at Heat. It's got some legs. It's got the double bonus. It's doing pretty well. But yeah, the ad effectiveness dropped off crazy. But it's making money still. I feel like the ad effectiveness changed from when we already had it scheduled. And that's unfortunate. So 20,000 there because we can't do anything there. Then we'll come back to do 10,000 on those last 2 weeks. We'll go ahead and do the ad revenue because we're going to make that up probably in the next week. But I'm excited to see what Dunwich Horror does when it finishes up this one. First, let's get Star Surf Portrait of Courage is almost up to 9s. So we did put our best out there. It's going to be fantastic for poor Harlan. Make him a masterpiece. And the Dunwich Horror is, well, it's not finished quite yet because Air of Action is going out there. 8.7 and 8.6 with an A+ among them fans. But man, the first 2 reviews, not good. There we go. 4 stars. 4 stars, then 2 stars. There's another 4. All right. Of course. Let's get the Dunwich Horror. I want to see how this does before we wrap it up. 9, it stayed there, and it went up a little bit in artistic appeal to 8.7. Wendy got to star in something that's going to be amazing. That's awesome. We're going to make it with our best, Eugene and Leon, with our amazing Hespro and Grand Auditorium and Panorama Records. Okay, and since we've got those going, let's take a look here. Heat, another million, but now it's going to have a huge drop-off, unfortunately, and it probably won't be able to bounce back, but it's still $8 million in profit. Mrs. Miniver has already made $6 million on its first 3 weeks. It's doing really well. And Air of Action, I'm sure will do well in its first week here. We'll find out. But we're going to wrap this episode up here. We've made it a couple through months. We've got some star stuff turning, and we're going to hope we can get this assembly line stuff going and get that out there. We got 260 days left to try to get it in there. I hope the one we have him doing is at least 65%. I don't know if it is because it was one that we had just commissioned from one of the ideas. So we'll find out. But I want to thank you all for joining me on this one. As always, thank you for the comments, the support. All of it means a ton. And we will continue on this ride on the next episode. So be sure to tune back in then. Until then, take care and have yourselves an awesome day.